My name's Ben Stewart. I have worked in advertising for over 20 years. I was a brand strategist, so helping other people bring their brands and ideas to market. And about 5 years ago, I decided I wanted to sort of evolve my career. So I started a side hustle as a garden designer. And I did a bit of training at that time, but I decided it was important to actually sort of really focus and do some proper training in order to launch a proper career. I chose London College of Garden Design because for me this is about career change, and I wanted to find the best in class course I could find, but also one that felt very contemporary. And I really liked the fact a lot of the tutors were past pupils, people at the forefront of garden design at the moment. So for me, those are really strong reasons to choose here. And the location's an enormous bonus, obviously at the heart of Kew, but also meeting the tutors, that gave me the conviction that this was the right course for me. A point of difference for me for the London College of Garden Design was the depth of detail they go into in aspects such as construction and the level of training we have received in terms of SketchUp, Vectorworks, so the design tools aspect of things that feel quite unique, and we're taught to a professional standard essentially. The classes are run both in person, face-to-face, which is the majority of the tutorials I'm at, but we also have students internationally, so who join via Zoom, and sometimes I'm on Zoom as well, joining the classes, and also the tutors are always available on email, so it feels very integrated the way the classes work, and we do feel like one class, which is fascinating. It's definitely the flexibility of the course, being able to take part in some sessions through Zoom, some in person. That's a huge help for me as a family person who's got a family to look after and who might be doing other bits of work on other days of the week. So that flexibility is a huge help. So in terms of around Kew, we have the Orangery, which is where the classes are set, which is quite an inspiring space, beautiful, sunny, light, full of sort of energy. We've got Cambridge Cottage, which is often used for the projects. It's a sort of a blank canvas, a place where we can have ideas and think as designers for the first time. And then all the gardens, the different parts of the garden, the Mediterranean part, less so the tropical part, but anywhere that there's plants that we can grow in the UK are a huge source of inspiration, really. So just wandering around in breaks and at lunchtime, there's stuff out there it's just a great source of inspiration. I most enjoy tutor time when we're in the studio as a group of people, bouncing off each other, learning from each other, discussing each other's ideas. That's when we're being designers, and that's the most exciting time for me. Another aspect of the course that I think is definite USP is the sort of professionalism and the breadth of things we study and the depth to which we study them. So everything we're doing helps us come across as the most professional garden designer you could meet. So whether that's understanding construction detail or whether it's surveying even, we should be able to hold our own in all those circumstances and have proper chats with all the relative experts in those fields. So you come across as professional as possible rather than ever looking flummoxed in front of clients. The ratio of students to tutors is brilliant. I mean, it feels as though we're almost getting one-on-one tuition. We're always taught in small groups and there's always a lot of feedback, but also a lot of different styles of tutoring, which is quite interesting, exciting, challenging, because there's different ways to view every problem. And the beauty of the breadth of tutors we have is they give us those different perspectives. The advice I give someone who wants to become a garden designer is a love of plants isn't enough. You have to have a passion for design. You have to have a sense of artistic skills, almost sort of sense of proportion, scale. You have to be willing to learn these skills in order to really unlock the potential of yourself as a designer. But that's just part of the jigsaw. There's so many other aspects, and an awful lot of it professional stuff. So as I just said, construction, a lot of technical stuff such as CAD drawings, SketchUp, Vectorworks. Those are the critical things to me that turn us from being wannabe designers to being credible designers who, as I said, can hold your own with a client, but not just a client, with a peer group, with professionals in other service industries. So whether it's landscape, architecture, construction, those are the skills we were gaining. Having done the planting design diploma, there are an awful lot of parallels in terms of ways of thinking, in terms of ways of bringing concepts to life and exploring a brief in the first place. So that was a big help for me It's obviously more specialist in its focus on plants and planting and combinations and creating a sense of place using plants. Whereas the garden design diploma is much more focused on designing the entire space through hard construction, as well as learning all the skills of a designer through construction drawings, Vectorworks, and the use of things like SketchUp, so CAD design. It's interesting, the order in which you do them is fascinating. For me, the planting design diploma unlocked me creatively. It got me very excited about planting again and empowered and confident when talking about plants. And then the garden design diploma has been about the rigor of expertise in construction drawings, but also in thinking about the full garden scale, not just how you might plant a garden. It was definitely the right choice to do both. They're very complementary and empower you in both areas enormously. The benefits of London College of Garden Design are manyfold. Firstly, the location's stunning. Lots of inspiration around Kew, many places to visit during your lunch break and remind yourself of what you're trying to achieve. The past alumni are the best in class. You know, we're talking about people who are designing the best gardens in the world at the moment. And then once you add in the lecturers, the tutors, the experts you have access to, suddenly you are part of and involved in the garden design world in a way that is unparalleled, I think.